I just completed 50,000 push-ups. Really. Now it's time to measure and see if I've gained any muscle.
Wait, let's rewind 100 days to when I started this challenge. The challenge is simple. I'm going to do 500 push-ups every day for the next 100 days. That's 50,000 push-ups total. On the first day, before starting, I measured my chest and arms. My arms came in at 13 inches, and my chest was probably 39.5 inches. I'll explain why I said probably later. To motivate myself, I asked ChatGPT what it thought I would look like after 50,000 push-ups. Okay, that's pretty ambitious. We'll see how close I get. With that done, I got down to doing push-ups. At the time, I thought I was doing good, solid push-ups. But since I'm sure the push-up police are going to call me out on these, I can say now, they weren't the best. So I kept doing push-ups. No cheating, except for the fact that on day 33, I decided to watch a video on how to do a perfect push-up. And I realized that a lot of the first 16,000 push-ups that I did were far from perfect. But they were definitely doing something. I know this because after the second day, my chest was sore the entire time.
It was sore enough that I would use my massage gun on my chest, which helped a lot.
Honestly, I was probably overtraining it. But since I was almost certainly undertraining it last year, I probably balanced it out. So I decided to continue and do the best form I could for the remaining 67 days and 34,000 push-ups. I think I was doing it with better form. Then I had the question,
how much weight am I actually lifting when I do a push-up?
I weigh 160 pounds, and the internet thinks that doing a push-up is somewhere between 50 to 75% of that.
To solve this, we need the power of science! And actually, just this old bathroom scale.
It may be an older scale, but it checks out. When I do my normal push-ups, my hands are wider than the bathroom scale. I can put my hands close together, but if I do that, how do I know the weight's the same?
To solve this, we need another high-tech piece of science equipment. This block of wood.
This shows the weight is between 107 and 115 pounds, which is 66 to 72% of my body weight. With that, I reached the halfway point of 50 days and 25,000 push-ups.
It's day 50, and I feel stronger, leaner, and all around more awesome. But since I can't put that in a spreadsheet, it's time to measure again.
First, arms. Measuring them flexed, but without being pumped up from exercise, I get 13.5 inches for one arm and 13 inches for the other. A modest gain on one side, although nothing on the other. For my chest, I measured and then realized I had a bit of a problem. Was I flexing when I did it the first time? How tight did I pull at the tape measure? And most importantly, did I puff up my chest like one of those cartoon characters on the beach? Well, I don't remember, so I just took my best, flexed, modestly tight, non-puffed out measurement and got 40 inches. This is also a small gain from the initial measurement. Honestly, great. I'm surprised I'm getting any measurable gain at all in this time. I decided to increase the difficulty, but how? Well, the easiest way to make the push-up harder is simply put my feet on a chair. This puts more weight on my arms and less on my feet. And my high-tech laboratory test showed this setup is around 120 pounds for me. Presumably, if I can get entirely vertical, it'll be my full body weight. That would be a handstand push-up, which I can't do. I did throw in some clapping push-ups though. Those are just fun, as long as you don't faceplant.
Chair push-ups are great, but I have all this gym equipment also. So I wondered if there's a way to up the intensity using some of this.
I thought about putting a weight plate on my back, but that seems like a great way to have it slip off and crush my fingers. I have this great weight belt that I use for weighted pull-ups, but it doesn't actually work for push-ups. And I could, in theory, elevate my hands and feet to use the weight belt, but that feels like an accident waiting to happen. For me, just sticking with the push-ups and the elevated push-ups was enough of a challenge.
And that brings us back to day 100 and completing 50,000 push-ups. Let's measure my muscles and see if I have any growth.
What I get is 13.75 inches for my arms and 40.5 inches for my chest. This is a decent gain for just over 3 months of work. I've also been seeing slow gains in my bench press and hitting personal records there.